welcome back to another Behind the Visor here at Wilmot Raceway from June 24th, USAC Night. So we are the sport race for the USAC sprint cars. Track has been pretty good all night. It's very rough, but yeah, here's the A main. We got the black car starting in front. We got the black and green car starting in front too. Both of them very good drivers. We get the green here, step on it, and away we go. Now, of course, the first few laps, I'm just trying to really feel the car out, get down to the bottom, and actually kind of get run over from behind. So now I'm just going to go to the top. Screw it. Go to the top. The turn 4 cushion is like curved. On the entry, whoa, got a little something going on there down the front chute. Turn 2 cushion is a little lip, and turn 3 is a little lip, but turn 4 is a monster cushion here. So we got the red car just past us down on the bottom, so I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just go down the bottom here. But the car is just so tight on entry, I can't get the thing rotated on entry, so I'm gonna give it a couple turns here to try to see if I can figure it out. You can see the left front lock up there, and I'm just really just trying to hold my line, get underneath the black and green car. So this is going to be a really good way to see if I can really run the bottom faster than I was running the top. So we're kind of drag racing here. Turn 1 was good. Turn 3 is still too tight on entry. Yeah, hit the hole there going into 1. So now I'm feeling that I should just go back to the top, because I don't feel like I'm not gaining speed, I'm not building momentum. So I'm just going to go down into 3, jump to the top here, and just really watch that turn 4 cushion. Turn 2, the cushion's starting to get a little long in the tooth. It's a very long way around, but yeah, I'm just going to keep running. You can see the car's tight up when I get to the cushion and things starts to bounce. But these are my favorite kind of tracks here. Just cowboy out, rough, keep it wide open. Black and green car gets back underneath me, but yeah, I was running the bottom there and I didn't hit it, I nailed that turn 4 cushion there, pointed me straight into the front chute wall. So that just killed all my momentum here, so I'm just going to try to cheat it and actually kind of hang the middle there, and it feels pretty good. Just kind of cheating turn 2, kind of waiting for that big tack spot in the middle of 2 there. And now I'm getting too much bite going through the center there. The front end's picking up, so now I'm gonna have to just drive higher to keep the car free. I'm looking over my left shoulder, and I don't really see anybody, don't really hear anybody right now. So I know I'm kind of out on an island by ourselves here. So now I'm just thinking, like, just catch these guys, or at least keep up with them. They're getting a little racy. It might slow them down a little bit, and we might be able to get to them. So yeah, go down to the bottom here. I'm gonna start changing my lineup just a little bit. I'm starting to surge. Even when I ran the bottom down in 1, I could still rotate it. I just couldn't rotate 3 and 4. So I'm gonna start running that line a little bit here, and just see if I can start catching these guys still, because running the top felt like we were at least maintaining, but you can't pass if you're just maintaining, so you gotta find the faster line. But we get a yellow here, and of course my favorite part about a yellow is you get to start searching. So I'm gonna fast forward here because this was a very long yellow. Alright, so we get the 1 to go here, and I'm kind of just wholesaling to the top now. I just feel, even though it might be a little bit slower, 1, it's a lot more fun. 2, you can sell shirts doing it. And 3, I have a feeling that these 3 guys are going to be running the bottom. So that's the main reason why I'm going to the top, is I feel that these 3 guys are going to be running the bottom for a little bit. So yeah, watching the red car, green goes, he steps on it, green goes out, just go to the top now. And feels really good, and it gets a little tight there at center, and we get a yellow again. So had another car having an issue coming to green, He's up on the wall there. So, yeah. This race was a little bit in the middle of like the middle of the race was just kind of like it felt like a little hard to get through, but then the end was pretty exciting, for us at least. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. So I'm gonna go up here, pack my line down, coming off at 2, because going into 1 feels good. Center 2, exit at 2 is just kind of, it just feels like the right rear is just spinning, not digging in and eating. So that usually just means that there's like a lot of loose clay up there. So I'm just packing my line down here as much as I can without getting close to the safety crew there. So yeah. All right, so we just got the 1 to go. Again, just ran that whole yellow, really just packing my line down on the top here. And again, like I said, I feel like these 3 cars are going to be running the bottom, at least going into 1. So I'm just going to charge the top again. And I know I got tight on the last restart at center, so I can drive it in a little bit more sideways, and hopefully I don't spin myself out. But yeah, so get down into 1 here. Again, the car's a little tight on entry, and that felt better until I got to the top and I didn't lift. So the car kind of lost drive forward. So yeah, now I'm kind of kicking myself there that I just overdrove it on exit. So I'm just gonna get tight there, and now I can't get off of the cushion, and so now I'm gonna wholesale. I'm gonna drive it in really hard into 3 and bike a little bit. Just knocks the front end over, lose rotation, lose speed. Now I'm kind of back in the hornet's nest here, and really just trying to keep a clean line up here. The track's really rough, if you couldn't tell by now. So even these guys that are on the inside of me, just because they are on the inside doesn't mean that they'll stay on the bottom. They can be trying their best to stay on the bottom and just hit a hole weird, and it just kind of points you up the track. So I go down to the bottom there, and one of my teammate drove it in really hard into 1 and biked. And I was like, wow, he saved it. I thought for sure that was going to be a yellow or a red, but now the yellow comes out. So he was over by the scoreboard. But yeah, so all right. Get to regroup after losing spots, which is always fun mentally, because now for the next, couple minutes here, you're actually thinking about exactly what you did, and it doesn't feel good. But I'm gonna try to regroup here. We only have a handful of laps left. I believe 4 to go, and the positive to the racing line being down at the bottom now is that pretty much everyone's gonna go down at the bottom. So even though the top might be slower, because of how many cars are running on the bottom, could slow that line down a lot. And we might just be able to pick off 2 or 3 spots here just from the bottom stalling. So that's my hope here under this yellow. And yeah, I'm still a little upset with myself that I drove a lap and a half really tight on the cushion and lost all my speed, momentum, and especially with these crates, it's all momentum. Basically, you have to drive every racetrack with these motors, like Daytona or Talladega. Like, you have to keep them wound up, and keeping the momentum up. All right, so we got the 1 to go here. Just last ditch effort, real quick, to try to get some heat in the right rear tire, and for this last pretty much dash, basically, we only got 4 or 5 laps to go. So again, just watching the cars in front. As soon as I see them go, get the green. I'm gonna go to the top. Bottom's gonna go. All these cars are gonna go down to the bottom, and I feel like if I can get the exit at 2 to drive the car off straighter, we should have a shot here. Turn 3 is a little spooky now because of earlier. Now these 2 guys get racing here. Forces me down to the bottom, and I see the black and green car just driving in there. I know on the exit at 2 he's going to lose all of the speed. We're drag racing going down into 3. I'm actually able to rotate the car now, so the track's kind of going away a little bit, but the car doesn't feel great down on the bottom, but now I'm just kind of in survival mode a little bit, because you really have to commit to the top here. And as we're getting the light here, I'm like, you know what, I should go to the top. And he bikes. I see the bottom of a car. I'm like, how is that not a... Oh, there's red. Okay, there's red. I knew he went over. So red comes out, and you got to create your own luck sometimes. So I'm going to roll all the way as far up into the top of 3 and 4 here, because I really want to see the top of 4, just because of how big it is, but the cushion is. But if you can actually see it and run it, I feel that's better coming off. So we were coming to the white, so now I know it's going to be a green-white checker. The top usually takes a lap to build up your momentum and speed, but at this point it's either take that risk or just sit there, and maybe someone else behind you might take that risk and pass you, or they might not. So doing this after the race, you have hindsight, but at the same time, I just watched the car flip going into 1. So do I really want to risk it? But again, we're here for entertainment purposes and to race hard, and that's what we're going to try to do. Just if it's going to be racing hard down on the bottom or the top. Alright, so we get just got the 1 to go. We're coming to green-white checker. Winner takes all. Don't feel like we're going to win it from back here, but we'll try for a top 5. So we get the green, and I'm just going to wholesale it to the top. Like, it is what it is. Drive it in. Feels pretty good. I'm kind of cheating to it. Again, just not the drive I need coming off of 2. Everything I gain into 1, I lose in 2, but just try to maintain on. If we can just maintain coming off of 2, we should have a pretty good run here. Again, just missed the top where I was running. Now we're coming to the checker, and I'm going to drive it in really hard. And just cheated a little bit too much here, lost some speed, but just had enough. And thank you to CJ Molina for giving me space. That would have been a nasty flip if he came up to the wall. But yeah. That is Behind the Visor from USAC Night with the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Series. Here I'm giving CJ the thumbs up because that was awesome racing there. And yeah, it was definitely a night. We won the heat race. We did really good in qualifying. So it just kind of sucks. Here I'm going to give Jimmy a thumbs up there for winning the feature. It was a good night. I just wish, starting 3rd, finishing 6th, when you go backward, always kind of, you could start 1st and finish 2nd. You just went backward, and it just kind of sucks. So, yeah, it's just that. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Some you go positive, some you go negative. But at the end of the day, we're racing, and I'm having fun. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for following along and watching this Behind the Visor. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow Crane Racing LLC on all your social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And don't forget to look for the Bench Racing Podcast, recorded live 7 p.m. Central on Mondays on Facebook Live. So, yep. Thank you so much for following, guys, and see you at a track near you. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Hey, you sold t-shirts up there.
Yeah, I mean...
You shit your pants on turn 3.
Oh, you saw that?
And then Zilski was so mad that you did that in front of him, he sent that off the next
Yeah.
man.
Hey, good save, kid.
Thank you.
Those restarts that killed us on the high side there.
Yeah. Dude, Chris ate it. Dodd, he ate it. I was sure thinking, I'm like, coming to white, I'm like, do I wholesale it? And I was like, nah, let's just run the bottom. And he went into 1, and dude, he did one of those, hit the cushion, and it just like flipped him that way.
Yeah,
and then I didn't see him anymore.
It's almost a